Ryan here again. I thought I'd take a look at a film I scored. It was asked of me to produce a hybrid electronic orchestral score, and I thought I'd show you how to do that. Mixing those two elements can be tricky sometimes. So let's take a look. This is for a film called Pump, directed by Josh and Rebecca Tickell. And it's a film about, it's a documentary looking into alternative energies, and yeah, I really highly recommend it. This particular scene that we're looking at, they brought me in to heighten this scene. They were trying to, the temp was kind of doing it, and they were trying other things, but they really needed me to bring the musical element to really bring it to that next level. And they wanted electronic elements, they wanted emotion, they wanted some orchestral elements, but not hitting you over the top of the head with it. It had to feel modern yet timeless, and it had to really drive the scene without getting in the way of the narration that is going over this. Unfortunately, I can't play the narration because it's tied in with the temp, but you can see some of the picture and see the score. And this is old score, or old temp, by the way. Let me play this back for you. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here, but this is a moment in the film where the president of Brazil completely changes the economy of Brazil. He's a working class man, raises the morale of the public, and does a huge thing by getting his country off of foreign oil. And it's using alternative uses of energy. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So the electronic elements, the chord structure is a very simple repeating chord structure. And what's moving it forward is that ARP, that electronic ARP movement, some hi-hats, some rhythms down here. You really want to stay out of the way of the dialogue, so I don't want to be hitting you over the head with thematic elements or with anything too floristic. Let's start by looking at this ARP. So you can see that I just block chords and let this synth ARP do its work. And then I doubled that up with this other bass, this repeating bass rhythm. This is the bass here. Looks like I just played that in. Okay. And then I added these string synths. This step remix, I know I ended up trashing this one here. But here, I think I'm just doing a simple synth. So I'm just blocking out chords here, you can see. Just kind of holding them down, kind of like what a traditional string line would do, but they're synth strings. And then I've got these hi-hat parts. It's just, you know, a loop playing back. And then when you mix it all together, the electronic elements sound. Oh, I added this cool, awesome rhythm synth up top. It's kind of playing out of sync right now because I probably started it, you know, in the middle of this actual MIDI note here. But so that pretty much makes up the electronic element. Now to add more emotion, more of that timeless, gut-wrenching feel, I added some low brass here. And let's just take a look at what that's doing. It's just slow blocked chords. Now that by itself would be a little too in your face, but when you tuck it in there with these elements, with the electronic elements, it fits nicely. And then you add all of this percussion that I did here. Let's see what it's doing. So it looks like I took like a tom loop and kind of edited it up a bit. And let's see what the strings are doing down here. I don't think I did anything too complicated. We got this low, just, you know, this one note moving every bar, this low string line. And then slowly we're just going to bring in, you know, some of the higher strings. And I've got a spiccato string rhythm going on there. Now, if you play this by itself with the brass and the orchestral percussion, it's going to sound very orchestral. But when you layer it in with these electronic elements, I apologize, the screen is starting to lag from the screen recording. And as it's slow, and you notice I didn't throw the orchestra in right away. I start with these electronic elements here,
and then I slowly bring in the strings on, you know, in the low range, so it's just creeping in, and then I slowly creep in the strings here, and then I bring in the brass, so it's not just hitting you over the face all at once. And it gives the illusion that it's not completely... you don't notice the orchestral elements as much. At least I don't. Here we go. So you barely notice those strings. And that is a look at how you can use a simple slow moving rhythm, similar to what we did with the slow moving string part, but with electronic elements. And the electronic elements don't have to be complicated. They can be kind of slow held chords, but finding the right sound and finding the right, you know, chord structure and rhythm obviously helps, and just layering things in. I apologize for the lagging in the video. If you're watching my CPU, it's doing fine. I've got a 12 core. But there's something funny with the screencast here. Anyways, hope that helps. You know, I'm trying not to go too deep into the harmonic structure of things or too much into orchestral theory, because I just feel like kind of going over the brevity of the basic elements can kind of give you some ideas on, you know, orchestrating your own stuff. So please like and subscribe, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll give you a link below of where you can check out this track, and there's more to come. Take care.